Right, but these are the player ratings. Manchester United lose 3-1 to Brighton. A very, very sloppy performance and a disgrace by some of these players. Let's delve straight into it. Andre Onana, 3. I mean, that mistake is absolutely shambolic, and it's not the only one he's made this season. Individual errors, he's made maybe 3 or 4 that have massively cost United. We've seen it last season, we've seen it this season. Serious conversations need to be had about Onana's keeping, because listen, he could be good with his feet, his distribution could be good, but just what you want your goalkeeper to do, he just can't do. And I would seriously look at starting Brighton in the next game, because this was very, very sloppy. That error, I know it's one error, but that massively cost and changed the trajectory of the game. If Onana doesn't make that mistake, United go get another goal, you can see that we're potentially in the game and we can get a win. But ultimately, Onana turns into an idiot and starts playing with the ball out the back, and just the cross is just a nothing cross, and he turns it into something for them. So he gets a 3 for me today. Right wing back Mazraoui, he gets a 4. Very sloppy. I thought he was at fault for 2 of the goals. The ball over the top for a believer from the first one just gets absolutely caught out. Just didn't have the pace. And the second goal, when the cross comes in and he just nowhere to be, like, on the back post, he's just not going for it. And yes, he should do better, because he's just gambling for the ball. Matoma is, and Mazraoui can't do anything about it. So it wasn't the greatest performance by Mazraoui. He'd had quite a few inconsistent performances now. We've seen the last 2 or 3 really not been great by him. Right centre back De Ligt, average 6. Passing was good, made a few decent challenges. I wish he could got at the end of that Bruno Fernandes cross, but we moved from that. I think he had a decent game. In terms of the goals, I mean, the Carlos, no, not the one that goes above his head, with Mazraoui, is the second one. I haven't seen it back, but could he do better? On the ball over the top, I don't think he's to be seen. And the third goal is just, it's just a calamity for Manchester United, really. So, listen, De Ligt, I'm going to give him a 6. I can't remember him really doing anything really wrong in that game. Now, central centre-back Maguire, he gets a 6. There were a few times where he was getting kind of caught out possession, but listen, he's just a calming presence into the box. A few good headers away, and yeah, we couldn't really do anything. I thought Maguire had an okay performance. I'm just trying to find the goals, but yeah, I'll give Maguire a 6. Left centre back Euro. Listen, I didn't expect him to start this game. I thought it would be Martinez after he did have a shaky performance, but it shows Amarim's confidence. He is starting to find his fitness again, which is a good thing. And yeah, I didn't mind his performance today. I think he was very sharp. He had a decent display on the ball. That left centre back, I do prefer left footer out there, but he had an okay game, and you have to give credit to Amarim for starting Euro. He's going to be one of those players who consistently gets a run of games for me and should be one of those starting centre backs. But yeah, I think I'd give him a 6 today. Left wing back Delo 5. I don't think he was great. I think there was a few good crosses he put into the box. I think he did do a better job than Mazraoui against Southampton. I think we need more wing backs, man, like just going forward, and I don't think Delo can offer that position. I don't think he's good enough for that position. You need someone who's very good 1v1 and can get out the byline, typically a left footer. So I'm hoping in the remaining days of the transfer window, Manchester United can bring someone in. Now into midfield, Ugarte 5, very lacklustre, got bypassed quite a bit today, giving away silly fouls, another yellow card. He played 64 minutes, came off. Listen, there were a few good passes out wide, and a few good interception of recoveries, but other than that, it wasn't great by him. Mainu 6. I think he passed the ball well a bit. He carried us up the pitch, but that was that. That midfield is just, listen, I think that is our strongest midfield, but it just keeps getting overrun, and I don't know whether that's due to tiredness. But I think those two are the best players for us in that position. As I said, I don't know if it's fatigue. I just don't know what it is, but they just didn't look good today. Inside forward Ahmad, he's the only one I can really give a 7 to. Was relentless up and down the pitch. I mean, there was that one where Matoma was through and he just made that defensive challenge, which was fantastic. I thought a very good performance. Again, listen, if you limit Ahmad, you more or less limit Manchester United. He's our chief creator, and you can see that in the game. Brighton were very on Ahmad, and there was a few good bits of pressing, but I think we just have more width and more creativity with Ahmad on the right wing back position than having him in the inside forward. That's just my personal opinion, so let me know your thoughts on that. Now, the other inside forward, I think Bruno has to get a 7 as well. His passing was good today. He was trying to dictate play, pick up the ball from deep. He gets a 7 for me. A penalty, which is United only shot on target. You have to give credit for that. I think I'll give Bruno a 7. And I think Xerxes gets a 7 as well. I think Bruno, and Xerxes were United's 3 best players today. Xerxes' hold-up play was fantastic. I thought he started off the game well. Yes, he didn't score a goal, but he was linking up play. Hold-up play was fantastic. And you have to give huge praise for that. As I said, we've criticised Xerxes, but he's had 2 good performances now. And he must look to build on this and have another few good performances, which will only help him. Now the subs. Collier 6, I think he came on. You can see him starting to get more minutes, which is good, positive for him. He's still a young kid. He's still going to make mistakes. But again, you can see Amram trying to use him. He got another 25. I think he got about half an hour against Southampton. He could be into contention to start against Rangers with the poor performance of the midfield today. Garnacho, 5. I think he didn't offer much coming forward. He had a few shots and couldn't really beat his winger. And yeah, just a very, very lacklustre performance by Garnacho. We expect a lot more from Garnacho in those positions, but he couldn't do anything. Anthony 4, I mean, didn't offer anything. Got tackled a lot. I mean, it's looking like he's leaving United anyway, so don't really need to rate him anymore. One of the worst signings for me in a while. And yeah, you can see after that miss against Southampton, even Amram said enough. Hoyland, 6, I mean, came on. I mean, there was one ball that went over the top which hit his back, it was just typical. But yeah, I'd give Hoyland a 6 today. Now, in terms of Ruben Amorim, I'd give him a 7. I thought the team selection was good. I think giving Euro another performance was sharp. I think Maguire being in there was good. Ugarte, mainly stronger than midfield, bringing Delo back in, starting Ahmad through the forward, and Xerxes starting. But the players just couldn't deliver today, and it was just a lack of enthusiasm. For me, I want Ahmad starting in that right wing back position. I think you see a lot more there, and I think we need to sign another, whether that's a wing back and you move Ahmad through the forward, or you put Ahmad back and you sign an attacking midfielder. United certainly need to bring someone in. In terms of man of the match, I'll just give it Bruno. I mean, it could be Xerxes, it could be Ahmad, but everyone else was pretty average. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.